Yo, what's going on, good people? Welcome back, morning. Hope everybody doing all right. How your day going? It's another day. It's Wednesday, hump day. Happy hump day to y'all. We got a load, man. Headed out to where we going? Missouri, Kirksville, Missouri. Finna head back home. Finna go to Georgia. I got home time this week on Saturday. Of course, today Wednesday, so I gotta pick this load up and head on down there. But since today Wednesday, this delivers tomorrow, Thursday, and then my home time starts Saturday, so we're gonna have to find something on Friday for me to do, so I'm not, a day short or kind of just sitting there. I don't want to sit there, but he said, my dispatch said he'll try to find something. I mean, push come to shove, I'll go home Friday, but I don't want to. That's an extra day, extra payday. But I'm finna head there now. This is a 12-hour drive, and how DOT works, you got 11 hours to drive. So this is gonna be this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a particular one when I get there. I'm gonna have to talk to dispatch and see what they say, cause they wanted there tomorrow at 8 and 12 hours. What time is it now? 10. I'll be there. 12? That means I'll be there probably like 11 or 12 tonight, so, and then I'll get my time back at 9 in the morning, but I gotta be there at 8. I don't know, we're gonna figure this out. But I gotta be at the pickup at 1, and it's 2 hours away, and right now it's 10, so now this trip has been overdue. I was supposed to be home, 2 weeks ago, but the truck was broke down for 6 days. There wasn't building there. We had one guy who was gonna help us. He ditched us, left me in the parking lot. Then we ended up getting a tow guy. He ended up towing me to a place where like 2 hours away. They couldn't get the part that day. So then it took another day for the part to come in. But they found other stuff wrong with it. It was like a continuous domino effect. It was like the air wasn't building up, but then there was the air compressor, but then their air governor or air dryer didn't fit. So it just kept on just prolonging, and then a week later, I just missed my home time, and well, I had to reschedule it. So this is long overdue. I ain't been home in a month and a half, 2 months, so I'm trying to hurry up and get home, man. It's greatly overdue. So the broker just called me, asked for an ETA, so we got a hike, man. Let's ride out. Alright, I just got here. There's a guy in front of me, so I don't know how it works. And then there's a guy already in the bay. So I don't know if it's an appointment or a first come, first serve. But we about to find out. I'm early, it's 12:05. My appointment's at 1. So we finna find out. I check in. I thought I was in the wrong spot though. Let me open up these doors. It's so dang on windy, boy. Cold up in Missouri. But, alright. Well, there you go. The door is open. I gotta back in right there. Ring that bell for service, and then that's why I back up. It's a little different because I ain't never. It's like an old warehouse or something, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm just a driver. Tell me where to go. I'm getting out the load. Alright, just back into the door. It was a little tricky at first, but I got it in there. Just want to be careful and stuff. It's kind of tight. I don't want to hit nothing, but they loaded me up now. I got to get gas. I'm like on top of the red. I didn't plan that, boy. I didn't pay attention to the gas, so that's on me. So where we get gas at the pilots, the closest pilot we're near is 74 miles. And the way I got to take this to Georgia, they take me down to get on 74, then get through St. Louis. The route I would take to stay on current route, they drive 12 hours, because I got to get gas, and now I got to go 74 miles out the way, which is an hour and a half. If I were to continue to go my path down to Georgia and go down 74 to St. Louis, it would only take 12 hours, but I'm only on what? I'm on top of the red, so that means I pretty much got like an hour left. And for me to go from here and just take the route I was going to 74 to St. Louis, that is 2 hours and 20 minutes away. So I ain't gonna make it. So I called dispatch. I asked them, you know what I mean, about the time, because we was gonna be running out of time anyway getting there. There was a window. I didn't know this whole time. There was a window between 8 and 3 o'clock. So we straight. I just gotta add on an extra hour and a half for me driving. It's alright. So now all together it's what, 13 hours and 30 minutes instead of 12 hours. Those things you kind of shoot yourself in the foot about, but I didn't pay attention to the gas. I just kind of shot up here and I didn't really look at it. But good thing that delivery is it got a window between 8 and 3. So we good now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get loaded up, man. Alright, so basically, to kind of bring up that story back, what I was talking about earlier about the mechanic, it's been what, a week now, 2 weeks now, so we passed it. And you know, things happen, you know, in the trucking and the mechanics and things like that. So for this to happen, it's nothing new. But like I was saying, how we basically waited a week and then had like messed up my home time and all that, and I had to schedule it 2 weeks in advance, and I'll get it this week. And it feels like I haven't been home like in forever. But kind of like I was saying, you know what I mean. So he messed up the week. Hold on, somebody's coming. Is that the dude? No, he's chilling. So basically, for that one day that he messed us up for not coming back and hitting us up, he basically messed up our whole week. But I am still getting loaded, so I just go ahead and throw this story out now. But yeah, the reason why I'm going home now for home time, because it kind of messes it up, because Thanksgiving is in literally 3 weeks from now. Yeah, Thanksgiving is literally 3 weeks from now, and having home time now is, you know, that's what, twice in 1 month, which I mean, it's not bad. You know, I was preferring to want to go on Halloween and then Thanksgiving, you know, and then Christmas, but I mean, we're here now, so, you know, kind of just to change things up, but you know, it's all part of it. But bro really messed it up, so I'm going home now Saturday, but you know, I got home time this week, so pretty much, you know, in my mind, I was upset about it for like all the last week and a little bit of this week, you know, just like just cursing all mechanics. We had to go to the next mechanic, and I was giving like them a hard time, you know what I mean, when I really didn't have no reason to. But it's like, when motherfuckers do shit like that and then I didn't have past experiences, it's like, damn, bro, I don't mean to, you know what I mean, be, you know, a little edgy and I wouldn't say rude, but just very punctual with them and just making sure like, hey, you really think, and like making sure, double checking with them, like, are you sure you think this is what it is before we get back on the road and pay you all this money? So I was kind of like in that mode, like, and that kind of lingered on to my mood, like all like basically the week before last and then last week and a little bit of this week. And then you probably wonder like, and then you're like, okay, so if he misses one day, how does it mess up your whole week? And that right there is just kind of like, when I hear myself say that back now, it's like, damn, how did it take a whole week? But it's just kind of like one thing kind of led after another, and then next thing you know, I'm looking up, and this is my fourth time in a hotel, getting 4 different hotels, and next thing you know, it's been 6 days, and you're like, what the fuck? How did this turn into, all right, a 7 o'clock, or really a 11 p.m. midnight roadside call? How did this turn into, all right, coming the next day and then not coming back at all, and then a week later getting back on the road? So pretty much we called him. He couldn't get to me that night at 11 p.m. so he said he'll come to me in the morning. So I said, fine, come to me at 7 a.m. I was gonna be late for my load. I already told dispatch, texted him at night, he didn't pick up. He hit me back in the morning. He was like, fine, where he at? Comes back 7 o'clock in the morning. He gets there, he diagnosed and said it's an air compressor. He said, cool. I should have peeped game. He just pulled up in his car with his wife. Like, you know what I mean? No work truck, no You know what I mean? Nothing with some type of sign on a car. Just a random old beat up car. You know what I mean? Like how you picture in your mind, kind of sketchy looking. That's what he came up in. He just was like, all right, let me pop the hood. Let me see what's up. It's an air compressor. Okay, air compressor. Yeah, I gotta go get the part. He writes down on a piece of paper, and like, you know what I mean? It's just like some people might have like their little receipt paper that they write on that kind of bleeds through those yellow and pink paper. He just wrote it like on a piece of paper he found in the ashtray, unballed it like a receipt. Wrote compressor, $1,000. Like me getting there, he wrote like the hours. Like I got here at 7 a.m. and then blank. Then he wrote like whatever that is, labor. And then like the way he just wrote it on there, and then he had an app. He basically had an app that tell him after he wrote that down, he was like, because he had to leave. He was like, I was like, okay, you're gonna leave and come back. How long is how far away is the place? He's like, it's an hour. We was an hour from Des Moines, so an hour there, hour back, 2 hours. So he was like, well, let me calculate how long this is going to take. Some app on his phone told him it was going to be 10 hours. All right, it's going to be a 10-hour job. All right, cool. So I tell my dispatch. Well, I tell my boss. So I tell him what's going on. So I'm like, all right, then let him call him. So they called him, and so he said he's gonna get the piece. It was a compressor, and like there was a hose that goes like on the front of the radiator. That was kind of crimped up, and it was causing air to hard to get through. So my boss, texted me back. He's like, all right, I gave him the okay. He gonna go. But he left now. So he was probably been in the parking lot for like an hour. So he left at like 8, maybe like 8. I don't know, 8:10 or something like that. So 9, 10. I hit him up at 10. Just double check. No call. 12, right? I called him again just to double check, because 9 and then 10. Now it's 12. I just called him twice. All right, left him alone. I'm like, all right, he doing his thing. I ain't gonna bother, and I'm kind of like that. Don't bother me. If I don't pick up, I see a missed call, I'm gonna call you back. So I'm like, all right, I'll leave him alone. I shot him twice. You see that? All right, you see that's kind of urgent. All right, so boom. At least you see me calling you. All right, you ain't call, you ain't pick up for a second time. You gonna come back. You gonna eventually get back to me. You gonna see your phone, because obviously you busy. You might not have to answer. So I understand. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. That's when I called him back. I called him back at 5. I ain't hear shit from him. He left at what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't call us. I called him. And that was my 3rd time I called him.